As a great OP just gives speed to her.
One, then towers down there. Right, so I'm going to be going over cards I think in Clash Royale are just desperately needing a change. And I think these are all going to be buff cards. I think all these cards need a significant buff or upgrade to just make them a little bit better, a little bit more useful. So the first one is obviously going to be Fisherman. That's number one. That's a card I think needs balancing more than anything else. As you can see here, we play a Fisherman, and that hook speed seems to take forever there. That was actually seemed quite faster than usual, but again, the hook speed too slow, not enough HP, as you can just kind of see there. As we defend with the Royal Delivery, we go in with the Fisherman here, waiting for the Mega Knight to die, so we'll go Fisherman. Obviously, we get the hook going there, but the Mega Knight does a charge. We slow the Mega Knight down, and I don't think we slow the Mega Knight down for long enough either, so it's definitely a card that needs adjusting. Absolutely, it needs adjusting. Here, as we go with the Royal Deliver for the Inferno Dragon, tower finish it off. We use the Fisherman there cleverly to try and keep the Mega Knight off our tower using a Royal Giant deck, because I think it would synergize well in this game. And then the rest will pan out for you. Up against Lucky Girl. I don't know if he's ever got a single girl in his life. He might have. No idea. I don't know if he's ever got one. Anyway, we're going to win with the 2 crown. Sorry about that. Anyway, let's move on to number 2. Right, so we're playing another game, this time against Hello, who's going to be in these clips for the rest of the vid. Right, so number 2 actually is Zappies, because obviously we're going in. Zappies are just, yeah, I mean, useless. Why would you play them in any deck? I mean, I've tried to build the best deck I can possibly build around them, but I mean, look at how quickly the poison just takes them out. So I just think that they really need to get changed. Anyway, as you just saw there, number 3 was the Witch, which will come in a second. Ha ha ha, puns. Anyway, the princess is being annoying there, and there it is. So for me, Witch is just a card that has been probably the most adjusted card I know in Clash Royale. I was trying to say card and Clash Royale at the same time, so we got Claude there. I think it needs to do a bit more splash radius maybe. It's just not meta at all. You can maybe try and synergize it with a giant. That's why I've managed to build a deck for Hello to play that synergizes with giants and things like that. But other than that, she's not particularly useful, as you can see. Anyway, Zappy's there. Zappy's coming in useful there. But I think that A, too slow, and B, don't do enough damage to Zappies. And the Witch needs to either do more damage, have more health. You can play around with the Witch as much as possible, but ultimately, she isn't great. I don't know what the best suggestion would be, but how she is right now, absolutely not. Can't stay like this, I'm afraid. Anyway, as you can see, this is a really good highlight of the Witch actually being beneficial to Hello here. We have to defensive Earthquake because the Witch is being prevalent here. So, and then obviously the Giant gets on the tower there, and they're gonna take the whole tower down. So fair play. Obviously here 2 Witches as well. So we'll go Zappies here, and then we'll go Bats, and then we'll add to that. We'll Zap and get the Princess, and try and keep those 2 other Zappies alive there. So Zappies, I haven't really given a suggestion. I think they need an HP buff, or they need to do way more damage on the Zap, or they just need to be a bit faster. I mean, you could do either of those. As you can see, just not doing any damage to that giant whatsoever. Witch is coming in pretty useful there. Earthquake, and it doesn't gonna matter. He's gonna take it. So those were Zappies and Witch for you. Those are my suggestions as well. The game pans out, and Hello takes the game away from me. Next one. Right. Okay, you can see them. So we'll cycle Bats, and then we'll get to the next card. They are in a couple of seconds. Elite Barbarians, E-Barbs for short. They are, yeah, they've been probably the worst card in the game as of now, because the heal spell was obviously gone, replaced with this we've probably gone from the worst card in the game to probably one of the best cards in the game in the form of Heal Spirit, just so useful. And you can see the E-Barbs there. Split plays seem to be quite a good one with it. Well, in terms of trying to utilize pressure, if you got Elixir, maybe force out maybe one or two cards they don't want to play, but ultimately it's just a bit useless. And you can see there, Ebarb gets the Witch, just showing you how useless Witch is. I think Ebarbs need to probably have a shield. I think that would make them a wee bit more viable and add a little bit of HP or give them a bit more damage. Either or for that one, not both, either or. But I think adding a shield like the Dark Prince and the guards, yeah, and the Royal Recruits and the Royal Deliveries, just the Royal Recruits. I think that would make them a bit better, and maybe if it's just not working at all, you could make them 5 elixir. That's just a possibility. Anyway, so we'll just finish off this game, show you a couple more E-Barb highlights, couple roll delivery there. So obviously Hello's being really annoying with his princesses, and I've tried to play a very fast cycle deck so I can cycle back to more E-Barb pairs quickly. And as you can see, they're just going to take this tower down here. We got 3 of them going. The skeletons aren't going to do enough, and we take that tower. So that's number 4. And the final card, well, I got the win there. It's coming up in a minute. And the final card is going to be the Royal Ghost. Now, that might seem a bit controversial, but I'll just show you a couple of highlights here, just showing you how slow it is. Look at, I mean, I know he's supposed to be an old dude, but he just feels like the swing is really, really slow. And with Magic Archer back, it's hard to say that he fits into his probably bridge spam deck. He fits in, but it ain't Magic Archer. Magic Archer's a lot more entertaining, a lot more fun playing, getting those connections from the other side of the bridge. They're very tasty. And Royal Ghost here, even though the rage it felt slow. It just felt too slow. Like it couldn't even kill a Dark Prince with the rage. Anyway, this is so how we'd play is when we defend. This is not because I don't have Ewiz, I haven't unlocked it, so this is just some highlights of me thinking it's just a wee bit too slow. So in order to change this, I think its hit speed needs to be a bit faster. That's all I do. And I'll show you the remainder of this game from now on. So as you can see, Ghost going. The invisible thing is brilliant. Don't get me wrong, it's very, very cool. But past that, and that gives it the legendary element to it. But past that, I just can't see it as good. It's like the Fisherman. It's the other legendary that for me needs the buff. So as you can see, we're going Ghost here to defend. So Ghost does quite a significant amount of damage, and it does some splash. Not too much splash radius, but it's enough to be annoying splash radius. So especially if your opponent messes up the swarm and stuff. Anyway, this is the end of the game, I believe. Yeah, the Sparky is going to connect onto this tower and finish me off. So anyway, do you guys agree with what I said? Yes or no? Completely up to you. Anyway, shout out, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you and goodbye.